value what is out of reach. It is the fundamental law of economics, and it is the ruthless governor of human desire. When something is abundant, it becomes invisible. When it is scarce, it becomes an obsession. Yet in the modern dating market, you are likely doing the exact opposite. You are flooding the market with your presence. You reply instantly. You are always free. You are an open book, and you are unconsciously killing the very attraction you seek to create. This is the scarcity principle. Let's look at the evolutionary biology. Your brain is wired to conserve energy. It ignores what is predictable. Dopamine, the molecule of desire, is not released when you get a reward. It is released when the reward is uncertain. In the 1950s, B.F. Skinner discovered that a lab rat will press a lever obsessively if the treat only comes sometimes. If the treat comes every single time, the rat loses interest. It becomes bored. It walks away. When you are always available, you are the lever that always gives the pellet. You are predictable, and in the eyes of evolution, predictable is cheap. Think back to the ancestral environment. Resources were scarce. Food, shelter, and high-quality mates were not guaranteed. Our psychology evolved to equate difficult to obtain with high survival value. We don't actually enjoy the reward as much as we enjoy the pursuit. The friction creates the value. So, what happens when you are constantly available? You signal that your time has no value. You signal low demand. If anyone can access you at any time, you are a commodity. Commodities are replaceable. Luxury goods are not. To change this dynamic, you must invert the equation. You must apply the scarcity principle to your own presence. This doesn't mean playing games, it means having a life so full that availability is genuinely impossible. True scarcity isn't faked, it is the byproduct of a man or woman who is on a mission. You must guard your attention as if it were your life force, because in the information age, it is. So, how do we operationalize this? How do you become the prize without becoming an asshole? Here are the 3 rules.
Rule number 1, the variable interval. This is the death of the instant reply. When you reply instantly to every notification, you establish a flat rhythm. A flat rhythm is a lullaby. It puts attraction to sleep. You need to break the rhythm. Sometimes you reply in 5 minutes, sometimes in 5 hours. The gap creates the tension. That space between the message and the response, that is where the dopamine is synthesized. That is where they think about you. If you are always present, they never have the opportunity to miss you. You must grant them the gift of your absence. Rule number 2, information asymmetry. Stop vomiting your life story on the first date. The human mind hates an open loop. It creates a psychological itch called the Zeigarnik effect. We remember uncompleted tasks better than completed ones. When you are an open book, you are easily read and easily shelved. When you are a mystery, you invite investigation. Be the trailer, not the movie. Give them glimpses of your depth, your hobbies, your past, but keep the full narrative behind a paywall of time and investment. Let them earn the map to your life, one sector at a time. Rule number 3, and the most important, the competence signal. You cannot fake scarcity if you are sitting at home doing nothing. Fake scarcity is manipulation. True scarcity is a side effect of high value. You must actually be busy building your empire. When your schedule is full of high-value activities, you don't have to pretend to be unavailable. You simply are unavailable. This signals pre-selection. In evolutionary biology, if a mate has no time, it implies they are in high demand by the tribe or by other mates. A person on a mission is magnetic. A person waiting for a text is repulsive.
This shift changes your energy. You stop radiating needing, you start radiating choosing. Remember, the diamond is valuable because it is rare. The stone is worthless because it is everywhere. When you withhold your availability, you flip the power dynamic. You become the selector, not the selected. This protects you from the greatest danger of modern dating, losing yourself in the process of finding someone else. But there is a trap here, a fatal mistake that most people make when they try to apply this advice. The mistake is confusing scarcity with coldness. Some of you will interpret this as advice to be rude, to ghost, or to play mind games. If you are scarce but also cold, you don't create desire, you create resentment. You trigger their defense mechanisms, not their attraction. Remember the equation. Scarcity only works if there is value. If a store is never open and sells garbage, nobody cares when it opens. Psychologists call this the stereotype content model. You want to be in the top right quadrant. High competence, scarcity, but high warmth. This brings us to the final calibration, intense presence. When you are available, be 100% available. When you are on a date or on a call, the rest of the world must cease to exist. No checking notifications, no wandering eyes. Scarcity creates the vacuum, presence ignites the spark. You pull away to build tension, then you return to release it with intensity. This is the ultimate frame control. You are not running away, you are simply standing still in your purpose. Let's recap. 1. Variable intervals. 2. Information asymmetry. 3. True competence. Stop giving yourself away at a discount. Protect your time, protect your attention. It is the only currency you truly own. When you value yourself, the world follows suit. Evolution does not reward the easy, it rewards the exceptional. Be scarce, be valuable, and watch how the dynamic changes. If you want to understand the deeper programming of your own mind, click the video on the screen right now. It explores why we chase those who ignore us. I'll see you there.